Welcome to the latest chapter of the Miami Vice Ferrari Testarossa Tamiya versus Monogram Challenge. Here we'll be discussing this comparison of the rear suspension and braking systems and engine cradles between the two. And in this case, the Monogram, while it's a decent kit, does not hold a candle to the Tamiya. The Monogram's rear suspension is a very simplified version of the Tamiya. While it does include the twin tube shocks, it does have an upper and lower control arm for the rear suspension. It doesn't include brakes at all. All you get is an inner and outer wheel, the tire, and they get bolted right to the spindle. No calipers, no rotors, nothing inside at all. And a detail that is completely missing from this kit. And that doesn't make me happy. The Tamiya, on the other hand, is an amazing piece of detail work. The rear suspension system is good enough to be a kit in and of itself without the rest of the car. It's an 11-piece set, including both shocks on each side, rotors with fully detailed calipers, upper and lower control arms, bushings on the inside for the wheels to mount. It's really an amazingly well detailed kit. The instructions themselves, as you can see, it's an 11-piece setup versus the Monogram's overly simplified setup. And get a look at how well detailed the calipers are. And the rotors. And here we have the shocks, upper and lower control arms, the axles. I'm one who loves as much detail as possible, which is why when I build a model, I do as much research as I can. And here we have the Ferrari Testarossa rear suspension setup with all the colors accurately represented, which I've tried to duplicate as close as I can on the model, such as the gold colored bolts, the inner and outer axle shaft. You can see the inside there. And the Tamiya has every detail exactly where it should be. You can't really see the inner axle there, but even the oil filter I've tried to duplicate. An oil filter I saw online, blue with white lettering. As a matter of fact, even the Monogram engine, which is not bad by any means. The engine itself, as I covered previously, it's really not a bad representation. And here is a UFI white oil filter, as I've seen the Ferrari Testarossa use both this white UFI one and a blue one. So I figured I'll put a blue on one and a white on the other. But this engine is nicely detailed. Like I said, I've covered this on the previous comparison. And it's a shame that they didn't go as far with the suspension, as this one really is good enough to be a kit on display on its own without installing in the car. So there you have it. As far as suspension systems go, the Tamiya has it hands down above the monogram. All right, see you on the next one.